From the Watergate Building in Washington, this is Hotline TV. Now, here's Hotline editor, John Mercurio.
Welcome to Hotline TV. I'm Amy Walter.
And I'm John Mercurio. Yesterday, the Supreme Court ruled that a pro-life group should have been allowed to run television ads in the 2 months before the 2004 election. The decision, of course, weakens a key provision of McCain-Feingold. All right, Amy, what will the ruling mean for 2008? I don't care about 2004, 2006. What's it going to mean for 2008?
Oh, because I wanted to go backwards, actually.
Please, we've only got 3 minutes,
so we can only talk thing from beginning to end.
The future.
All right, well, let's just discuss what it means then for I think it's going to be much more important as we get into the general election, and not just for the White House 2008 candidates, it's going to be for every single candidate running for House or Senate who would like to see groups that have invested in their campaigns previously, who can get up on TV now and start more and run them in a much more advocating role. The problem, though, remember, there was all this talk after McCain-Feingold first passed that, oh, watch out, now the parties are no longer going to be able to, they're going to be totally worthless, they're never going to be able to raise the money, they're never going to be able to run ads, and instead it was the parties, especially for the lower ballot candidates, that drove every single advertising dollar. They're not 527s. It's still hard to get folks, and it's still expensive to buy TV in some of these very big markets, and it's hard to get folks to pony up the cash to do that, even if they think they want to.
You know, a bad day for John McCain. Obviously, he doesn't seem to be able to be in the forefront or the winning side of any issue these days, whether it's immigration or now back to his, of course, his McCain-Feingold bill. But I think also bad news for Republicans overall. You know, Democrats and President Bush, but Democrats were strongly behind the McCain-Feingold bill. This was one of the original issues upon which McCain was viewed as a maverick and a sort of abandoning his own party. But I think, look, the major source of a lot of these issue ads was labor unions, and those labor unions spending a lot of money on behalf of Democratic candidates. So this ruling, I think, ultimately, even though Democrats were the early supporters of McCain-Feingold, could help them out, could be good news in 2000.
Well, and I also think the reality is for so many of these interest groups, they knew that the writing was on the wall with a Supreme Court ruling, or they were very concerned that 527 groups were going to be something of the past. And so they've all sort of created these different niches in order to respond to that within the tax code. So, look, I think bottom line, we have all these ideas about who's going to get involved, how much money is going to be spent in these elections, and every year it sort of turns into something we never expected. Who would have thought that it really was swift boat ads, which in the end, that wasn't a whole lot of money. A lot of them started on cable, and that defined
exactly. It was much more the media focus.
So anyway, well, that's all for today's show. Please join us tomorrow for a complete analysis of the bong hit for Jesus decision. Very important.
Excellent case.